you know, they used to have real chicken sandwiches, they don't have chicken.
At 5 o'clock, I will call the November 9th meeting of the Sumner County Board of Zoning Appeals to order. Let the record show that we have one member missing and absent tonight. We have approval of the October minutes. Is there a motion?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion carries. Approval of the November agenda. Any changes, Josh?
No, sir.
Without, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion carries. At this time, Josh, I'd like to enter the meeting materials into the record.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have 3 items to enter into the record. The first is Exhibit A, the county zoning resolution, as amended most recently by the county commission in June of this year. Exhibit B is the meeting packet that was emailed out to the commissioners prior to the meeting, prior to the board members rather, and Exhibit C is the staff presentation, Mr. Chairman.
We have 3 items. We have 3 items on the consent agenda. I will read each of the items. I will ask the board if any member wishes to remove an item for discussion. I'll ask the staff the same question, and I'll ask the audience the same question. If we don't have any, we'll vote on the consent agenda. Item number 1, AAA Auto Class LLC at 4030 Highway 31 in Cottontown is requesting a continuation of their conditional use permit. Item 2, James Franklin requesting a continuation of a conditional use permit at 787 Sumner County in Cottontown. Tisha Nolan is requesting a continuation of a conditional use permit at 1810 Ladder Lane, Henderson. Any member of the board wish to remove any of these items for discussion? Staff?
So we would request, though, we've provided some example motions on a separate sheet. We requested all the consent items be subject to those example motions that we distributed, if that's acceptable.
Any member of the audience would like to speak to any of these requests? Seeing no one, we'll close the public hearing. I need a motion using all of the example motions. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. The consent agenda is approved. Regular agenda, Aaron and Mrs. Crawford requesting a special exception related to construction of accessory structure prior to the construction of the principal structure, 2855 Oak Road, Church Road, that way. Josh?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, as you noted, this is a request for a special exception. It's a little bit arcane, the purpose for it, but there is a purpose why this approval is needed by the Board of Zoning Appeals. Basically, what the property owner is requesting to do is to build an accessory structure, a pole barn, on this lot prior to constructing the residence. Our zoning code in Chapter 11, Section 1101, does allow this, subject to certain restrictions, and basically the biggest restrictions that a special exception or conditional use permit has to be issued by the Board of Zoning Appeals. And the reason for this is a requirement that applies to lots less than 5 acres out in the county. It's very common. Other counties and cities have the same requirement. But in general, what we see in platted subdivisions of less than 5 acres is if an accessory structure, a standalone accessory structure is built on a lot, more often than not, it ends up turning into some other use over time. Someone will use it for a business or an unpermitted dwelling or something like that. And so this is just an approval the Board of Zoning Appeals will give on the record that prohibits that property owner from doing those things, and will require it to come back until such time as they build a house there, and then at that time it'll go away. Mr. Chairman, this lot is 4 acres. It's an undivided lot of record. It was created in 1918, so it's a lot of record that long predates zoning. Property owners notified by certified mail, and this was advertised in the Gallatin News and Hendersonville Standard several days ago on October 26th. This is that public notice that was placed in the paper. This is an aerial of the subject property. This is their zoning compliance application. We had told them we needed additional information and then directed them to fill out a special exception application to go to the Board of Zoning Appeals based on what they were doing. And this is that section of the code that says what I said there. You can't construct a standalone accessory structure on a lot this size without going to the Board of Zoning Appeals, unless you're going to build a house with it. And as these folks don't have plans to build a house for the foreseeable future here, they did need to go to the Board of Zoning Appeals. And there is requirements there in section D. The structure must not be used for any of the following: living quarters, commercial activities, storage for businesses that occur off the property. So this is their special exception application. What they said is that a reason for needing this to be approved is they sold their house or prepping the land to eventually build a home on it in the next couple of years. Right now they're trying to build a shop storage building to place their camper and get items out of storage that have been in several units for about a year. And so they'll have a building to be able to work out the property when they fix up the property and build a house. And this is the plot plan that was prepared by Mr. Carmen, showing what Mr. Carmen has done. But Mr. Carmen's gone ahead and showed the future proposed house as well. They have not obtained a permit for the home at this time, and don't intend to, I don't believe, for a while at least. But this is the proposed house, and this is the proposed accessory structure that you guys have been approved this evening. We're being asked to approve, right? There's a better shot of it. And you said you've already got the lot sold out and everything, so it's ready to go. They get ready to build that house. That's one of the other considerations too, is making sure the structure doesn't end up in a place where it's going to need setback variance at some point in the future, or end up in a septic area and that kind of thing. So they've done their due diligence there to make sure that's not going to happen. There's some pictures that we took. There's a sign that has to go out. As she mentioned, they're keeping a camper here on the site at this time. Also other items that are on site. There are some required findings or special exceptions. Basically, the public welfare will be protected. We don't see any issues as far as public welfare or traffic or any issues like that as a result of this. Will not adversely affect other property. This is going to meet all our setback requirements. It's not going to be used for business or anything. They will need to get a land service permit to keep silt from going on site and that kind of thing. There are no adverse impacts that are anticipated. It does conform to, it'll be required to conform. It's to be utilized for residential purposes and does appear to meet the requirements of this county zoning resolution. Shall be located as to be compatible with the surrounding area and provide safety. It's a residential scale type construction, and it'll be compatible with the very rural area that it's in. No safety impacts or anything anticipated. Mr. Chairman, there's example motions on the screen. Motions to approve, deny, or defer. The example motion to approve does have 4 example conditions of approval, and I'll just briefly start what those are. The first, they need all the required permits from my office, from the county building codes office. They need to, all the requirements I went over a while ago as far as can't use for a dwelling or business or anything, those will have to be met. It's for a period of 2 years until such time as they get a building permit to build a house, and then this approval will go away. And under no circumstances, this is something code wanted us to point out, the existing camper can't be used as a dwelling unless they get a temporary use permit while they're building the house. We do that on allowance there for them to build a camper if they need to while they're building the home on site, but they have that building permit to do that. And so that concludes my presentation. I believe the property owners or anything this evening, and I can speak to the request.
Everyone sign up. Mr. Crawford, you could add anything to this request?
I would, the camper,
If you want to speak, come forward.
Mr. Crawford? Yes, the camper in the picture, that's not our camper. The big one under the carport, that doesn't belong to us, or the carport, so just FYI. Just want you to, the one to the side with the tarp over it, that's our camper. So I just wanted to clarify that. So,
Any
'cause-
questions on the request? Thank you.
okay.
Anyone else here to speak to this request? Seeing no one, I'm gonna close the public hearing. Discussion?
I do have a question for Josh. You said they've already obtained their building permit for they will be obtaining their building permit for their home,
No, they've not yet.
but they've got 2 years to do it, and then this exception goes away.
Well, it'll renew, they'll be able to come back in 2 years, and I think the board essentially will be on the consent agenda, and so this is an approval that will kind of run the land until they get around to building their house. Basically, so that's pay $300 every 2 years to come back up here, and it'll be part of the consent agenda, I would imagine, but that'll have the BZA and the staff keep an eye on it, make sure it hasn't evolved into something else. But when they apply for that building permit, they won't have to come back here anymore.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? A motion?
I'll make a motion to approve, as worded on item 1 with all the items A, B, C, and D.
We have a motion and a second. We're using example, motion 1, items A through D. Discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 2, Sumner County Board of Zoning Appeals Resolution 2023-01, approval of the submittal and meeting calendar.
Yes, sir, thank you, Mr. Chairman. At the end of this year, the BCA members who've been around for a while know that that the staff will circulate a calendar for the upcoming year. It spells out all the meeting dates and the submittal deadlines for everybody who wants to get on the agenda. For this coming year, what we're requesting to do, as we have in the past, is have the board of zoning appeals adopt the calendar by formal action as in the form of resolution. The goal there, frankly, is to make it a product of the board of zoning appeals. We don't grant exceptions to the submittal requirements. If the date is, July 10th at 11 o'clock, that's the deadline. If you don't do anything, you go back the next one. So, the goal, frankly, is to, this is a BZA decision, and it's kind of box out the possibility of somebody trying to put pressure on staff to grant an exception, which used to happen a lot in the past. It doesn't so much anymore. This is the snow calendar here. If anybody has any questions about it, we look, there's no days that are affected by holidays or anything like that. Meetings are scheduled for the second the second Thursday of every month, and the submittal deadline proceeds by about 28 days, something like that. It would be advertised.
No changes in submittal timeline from the past year.
No changes as far as time of meeting or the space between the submittal and the meeting or anything like that.
Thank you, Josh.
So,
Is this a public hearing?
yes, sir, if you want to make a public hearing, you can certainly do that.
Is it required to be a public?
I believe everything that comes before the BZA is technically a public hearing.
This is a public hearing. Would anyone care to speak to this request? Saying no one will close the public hearing. What's the will of the board?
I'll make a motion to accept.
We have a motion and a second to approve the 24 calendar. All in favor say aye. All like sign, motion carries unanimously. I'll accept the motion to